Hi, this is Jamie. I'm making zucchini boats. I already scooped out the insides of the zucchini. You want to leave some of the flesh so it doesn't get too cooked. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put in these. These are the ones I'm going to do that are just vegetables. Maybe some fruit or some nuts or something like that. I've chopped up the insides of these because I probably will put them back in. A little while ago, I made an olive salad. I don't know if you can see, but that's the inside of the olive salad. There is a video for that as well. I'm thinking I may actually try that in a zucchini boat. I have not tried that yet, so I don't know if it would be any good, but you never know. I'm not a huge fan of olives. Actually, I don't really like them. But I can't taste them in the salad, and I actually like that. I made deviled eggs to go with that. Or, I made hard-boiled eggs. I took out the yolk, and I put Kite Hill cream cheese and the olive salad, and that's what I made earlier. It's actually one of my favorite things when I make that. Can't remember what else I did to it, but the egg was the best thing. I have this on low because I don't want them overcooking. I brought out some buffalo sauce. It's one of my favorite things. And this is, if it's still good, it should be. This is a salad dressing that I made out of their spicy mustard. And if I can get someone to call me back, I would see if they would market it, because I think it's pretty daggone good. It's probably one of the first things that I've actually liked that I've made that I think is good enough, I should say, to be marketed. I do like my cooking, don't get me wrong. I think I'm a pretty good cook, but that just kind of topped it there. I don't think I'm going to put any seasoning on this because I'm going to use the buffalo sauce on a couple of them, and I'm not sure if I'm going to try the mustard first, or the mustard dressing first, and both of those have really good flavor, so they wouldn't need anything else. And if I do the olive salad, that has its own little flavors and stuff like that. So I'm going to let this cook for a few minutes and let them get a little bit softer, and then I'm going to figure out what I want to put in them. I might do cherry tomatoes and basil. That's actually pretty good, and then if you wanted to add cheese, you could. I did that with the buffalo sauce before, and I like that. And I did it with mozzarella, but I don't want cheese this time. Might put a little bit of the cream cheese in there and try that at the Kite Hill. It's a dairy free, so it's a little bit more expensive, but I think it tastes pretty good for those of us that don't eat dairy. If you do eat dairy, then by all means load it up and enjoy it. So now that my hands are all greasy, I'm going to put y'all on pause for a few minutes and let that cook some more and wash my hands. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and flip them again. I probably shouldn't be using my hands, but it's just me eating these. No one else is going to, so it doesn't really matter. I'm going to put the buffalo sauce in a couple of them. Then I'm going to spread them around in here. That one has a little bit more, so we're going to do some of that down there. And then I did grab some tomatoes. I'm going to chop them real quick. I tried to do all the chopping before because my kitchen is small and I don't have much space. So I'm going to put some tomatoes in there. And then I want to do, oh, I lost my basil. There's my basil. Wash a little bit of this off. I normally grow my own, but I just wanted to make sure I had enough. Basil is one of the things that do not last long around my house, and neither does rosemary. It's one of my favorite things. I like to take tomatoes and put a little bit of the Kite Hill cream cheese on them, and take a good sized basil leaf like this, and then put a little bit of, oh, I'll just do it. Might as well while I'm talking about it, right? You get a little bit of cream cheese and you put it on your basil leaf. And kind of spread it. And then you take a tomato and you just put it on your basil and you just wrap it up. And then you have little side dishes. Put a little bit of the zucchini back in there. Not much. That might be all that I do to this one, because that actually looks pretty good. And put some rosemary on top. The tomatoes will get a little bit wet. You can let them, you can cut them and then you can add some salt to them to drain some of the moisture out. And same thing with the zucchini. So that's why I used it on the deeper one, because it will get wet and the buffalo sauce will get a little bit soupy. Well, I'm thinking of what I want to do with that one. I bought an apple in, and I think I may cut up an apple and put the apple in one of these. The beautiful thing with these is you can do whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you think. There's a bruise on that. I don't like bruised apples. I'm very picky. If I didn't buy it in a bag, it wouldn't have made it into my cart. So this one I'm going to cut. I'm just going to do little slices on this one. And I'm going to put this on the small one. I'm going to move the big one over here. And crumble it up a little bit so it has little pieces. This one. There's not much to stuff because it's a very small well. So I think I'm just going to do some apples, and I think I'm going to do some nuts. Because I have a little bit of nuts left over. real quick. Make sure it's still good. And I believe that it is. So then I'm going to take it and I'm just going to drizzle a little bit over this. And we're going to see how well this tastes. So now we got 2 more to do. And I think that because, I think one of the things that I want to do is a sweet potato. Now normally I would spiral my sweet potatoes, but because I'm in kind of trying to get this done, I'm just going to go ahead and chop them up real quick while that way it doesn't go. And because I'm chopping them, I'm going to make sure they're really thin. I don't need much, but just going to make sure they're kind of thin. And then I'm just going to cut them up in little pieces, kind of like I did the apples and the zucchini. Now normally I would use a cutting board, but sometimes this works just as well, and it's sometimes a lot easier, especially if I'm just going to be right here. My cutting board's kind of big, and my kitchen space is kind of limited with where I have to work with. So this one, I'm going to do my sweet potatoes. I think I'll do a little bit of apples with the sweet potatoes. Give it a little something different. Now the sweet potatoes will take a while to cook. I probably should have cooked them first, but they're thin. And I'm about ready to take them out anyway. I was going to taste that, but then I was like, I don't know about that. This will get heated the rest of the way when I put them in the air fryer or the oven to finish cooking them. I typically just put them in to cook the boat some, that way it doesn't take long to cook. So that one would be that one. And I'm still not sure what to do with the last one yet. So I'm going to get a container real quick. And I'm going to take my zucchinis out. That way, when they cook, they don't overcook and turn to mush. Piece of basil got me there. Take out some of these nuts. And so the pan's not really hot, so you can stick your fingers in there. So I guess I'll take that one out too. Maybe I'll do, I don't know what I want to do with that one. Maybe I'll do a little bit of cream cheese with it and try the olive. See how well that blends in there. Not really the best there, so I won't add any more of that. So live and learn. maybe to do it when it's cold. Not the best tasting thing. Not the worst. So I think I will put that aside and try to figure out what to do with that one later. I might just add, no, I think I'll just add some more zucchini to it. I'll do apples. Let's finish the apples up. And we'll do apples and zucchini. And I'll grab some pomegranate and put some of that in there too, because I bet you that would be good. Kind of a sweet and spicy thing. So let me grab another thing of pomegranate real quick. That's a little bit of a deep well over there. Alright, there you go. So these are the 4 that we just did. And I hope that they turn out pretty well. Stick them there for the time being. I'm going to get the good stuff out of the pan, because that's going to be in the way. Add a little bit more oil to it. And probably get ready to cook something else in there. Probably another zucchini boat. I don't know. But anyway, that's just a few of them. Have a great day. Subscribe and don't forget to share. Thank you.